Hi, this is Vanshika Chauhan and I am working as a legal intern with Lexis & Company, and today I'll be talking about divorce under the Hindu Marriage Act of 1955. So under the Hindu Marriage Act, there are certain provisions which relate to a valid divorce, that is, when the spouse can get divorce or appeal for dissolution of marriage in the court of law. For the interest of the society, the marriage or the marital relationship needs to be surrounded by every safeguard for the cause specified by law, and divorce is permitted only for a grave reason, otherwise given other alternatives. Further, the Hindu Marriage Act is based on the fault theory, in which any one of the aggrieved spouses under Section 13(1) can approach the court of law and seek the remedy of divorce. Section 13(2) provides the grounds on which only the wife can approach the court of law and seek remedy of divorce, which are: first one is adultery. The concept of adultery may not be considered as an offence in many countries, but as per the Hindu Marriage Act, it is a matrimonial offence, and adultery is considered as one of the most important grounds for seeking divorce. Adultery means the consensual and voluntary intercourse between a married person with another person who is married or unmarried, and who is of the opposite sex. Further, the second ground is cruelty. The concept of cruelty means mental as well as physical cruelty. The physical cruelty means when one spouse beats or causes any bodily injury to the other spouse. But the concept of mental cruelty was added as the spouse can also be mentally tortured by the other spouse. And mental cruelty is lack of kindness with adverse effects to the health of the other person, and where it is easy to determine the level of physical cruelty, but it is difficult to say about the mental cruelty. Third one is desertion. Desertion means the permanent abandonment of one spouse by the other spouse without any reasonable justification or without his consent. And in general, the rejection of the obligations of marriage by one party is known as desertion. Next is conversion. If one of the spouse converts his or her religion to any other religion, to any other religion without the consent of the other spouse, then the other spouse can approach the court of law and seek the remedy of divorce. Next is insanity. Insanity means when the person is of unsound mind, and insanity is a ground of divorce having two major requirements, which is first is the respondent has been incurably of unsound mind, and second is the respondent has been suffering continuously or intermittently from some mental disorder of such kind and to such an extent that the petitioner cannot reasonably be expected to live with the respondent. Coming to the next ground, it is leprosy. Leprosy is an infectious disease of the skin, mucous membrane or nervous system, etc. And this disease is transmitted from one person to another, and thus it is considered as a valid ground for divorce. Next is venereal disease. Under this concept, if the disease is in communicable nature and it can be transmitted from one person to another, then this can be considered as a valid ground for divorce. Next is renunciation. It means when one person or one of the spouse decide to renunciate the world and walk on the path of God, then the other spouse can approach the court and demand for divorce. In this concept, the party who renunciates the world is considered as civilly dead, and it is a type of a typical Hindu practice and considered as a valid ground for divorce. Next is presumption of death. In this case, the person is presumed to have died if the family or the friends of that person does not hear from about the person if he is alive or dead for 7 years, and it is considered as a valid ground for divorce, but the burden of proof is on the person who demands the divorce. Next is these are the grounds on which the wife can seek for divorce. And coming to concept of divorce in case of mutual consent, as per section 13(b), the person can file the petition for divorce by mutual consent of both the parties, and if the parties want to dissolve the marriage as mutual consent, they are required to wait for at least 1 year from the date of marriage, and they have to show that they are living separately for a year or more and are not able to live together. Another thing is that no petition for divorce can be filed within 1 year of marriage. As per section 14 of the Act, no court will entertain a petition of divorce within 1 year of marriage, but can be entertained if the matter is related to bigamy and where the consent of the spouse was taken through misrepresentation, fraud, undue influence, etc. Now, remarriage of a divorced person is provided for under section 15 of the Act. after the marriage gets dissolved and no further petition was filed by any of the spouses against the order of the court, and the time for appeal has elapsed, then at the time it is assumed that both the spouses are satisfied with the order of the court, and then only the divorced person can remarry. This was all about divorce under the Hindu Marriage Act 1955.